Welcome back. In the golden age of African American culture known as the Harlem Renaissance, scholar, author, and activist W.E.B. Du Bois created a magazine for children called The Brownies Book, a monthly magazine for children of the sun. The first of its kind, it celebrated Black creatives of the era, writers, artists, poets, songwriters. They were asked to contribute their best work to the Brownies Book so that Black children will know that they are thought about and loved. Now, over 100 years later, author, educator, and Du Bois scholar, Dr. Coretta L. Brown, and award-winning artist and children's book illustrator Charlie Palmer have built upon that same foundation to create the new Brownies Book, a love letter to Black families. 60 all-new stories, poems, photos, illustrations, essays, and more are included in the collaboration, which reflects, celebrates, and inspires a new generation of children and families. Authors Dr. Coretta Brown and Charlie Palmer join us today. Hi, how are you both? Good to see you.
Good to see you, Karen. Thank you for the invitation.
Coretta, this is just a beautiful book. Please share with us what inspired you to bring this new version of the Brownies Book to life.
Oh, thank you, Karen. As you mentioned in that beautiful introduction, I am a Du Boisian scholar, and in 2017, I was working on an academic book on the sociology of W.E.B. Du Bois. During that research process, I was in his archives, and I found these letters that Du Bois was writing to the literati of the Harlem Renaissance, begging for folks to send in their best work. And I said, well, what is this? And he also noted, and I might not be able to pay you, but I still need your best work. And that was my introduction to the Brownies Book. That brought me to tears to think that with all that Dr. Du Bois was doing at that period of time, editing the Crisis magazine, co-founding the Pan-African Congress, he still made time to think about Black children. So I was in the process of courting with this fine young artist that I had just recently met, and I shared that story with him, and we started talking about the Brownies Book and how we should do it.
That fine young artist who's sitting to your right, Charlie, you call this a love letter to Black families. Now you're married. What was it like to work on this labor of love together?
It was exactly that, Karen. It was a labor of love. There is a commitment from both of us to share that we are special people. And not special people to this country, but special people, meaning Black people, to the world. And so it was kind of a joy. And it was a joy, like the one contention that I have, even with my wife, she always says that Du Bois begged for the best of the best. I think he demanded it from a polite perspective, because who's going to say no to Du Bois? But because he says, I expect this from you and I can't pay you. And I think that we did something similar to it, where we very much reached out and said, we really want you to contribute to this love letter to our children and to our grandchildren and to our family. So, I mean, the only disagreement we have is I don't think he begged. He kind of politely demanded it.
Okay, so Coretta, let me ask, how did you all choose and approach and convince the talented roster of artists and writers to participate? Do they all have memories and associations with the original magazine?
Wow, I mean, we have an incredible lineup of authors, artists, and creatives in this book. And we reached out at the height of the pandemic when we were all still shut in. And Charlie and I reached out via email. We picked up the phone and called folks in our network who we knew not only were Black geniuses in their own right, in their own craft, but who had a real heart for this project, or at least we thought they would. And I'm so pleased to tell you, Karen, that almost everybody immediately said yes.
Charlie,
unlike Du Bois, we offered to pay, but
a little bit,
just a little bit. But it was all about the love. It was all about the love, right, Coretta? You know, Charlie, you're such an accomplished artist in your own right. Tell us how you chose the photograph on the cover.
You know, that's a really great question. It would have been very easy to have done a painting of a Black child as kind of an angel, but looking at one of the first issues, if you look at the back of the book, actually we have it here, you can see this beautiful image of this little girl. And we're like, you know what? It should be an angel. It should be a little girl. And we had already owned Toshi Rome Taylor. We'd already owned the limited edition print. And so we just went back to her and said, can we please use that for the cover? And everybody that sees it without seeing the inside really respond to this gorgeous image of this gold and this beautiful little regal little girl. And so it was a really easy no-brainer for us.
You know, the Brownies book was a magazine. Have there been any thoughts of resurrecting the concept beyond this fabulous book that you've put together?
You know, we've heard over and over again from people that have seen the previews and everything, like a volume 2 or 3. Like Du Bois would have addressed at the time. He talked about the challenge of doing a periodical. There's a lot involved with doing something every month, but we could see revisiting because there were so many other artists and so many other writers. And then we've had occasional encounters with a random someone. Dr. Joy is a good example of that, where she happened to come to one of my openings, and I quickly said, would you contribute to this book? And it was like, I'm in. And that's the experience it's been. So there's so many people since then that we've encountered that said, hey, if there's ever another book, I'm in.
So maybe not a monthly magazine, but maybe a volume 2.
Volume 2.
Okay,
Yes.
sounds good. Dr. Karita Brown and Charlie Palmer, thank you both for joining us. So good to see you today. The book is called The New Brownies Book, A Love Letter to Black Families. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Cityline 5. And you can follow me on X at Karen Holmes Ward. Have a good afternoon.